Hello there, this is Parenthesis, and today I'm going to tell you everything about every single Jedi that ever lived. I hope I don't forget anyone, but I'll try to use as many as possible, mostly sticking to canon, however, maybe going into some I doubt I'll go into Legends materials, but nevertheless, this is Parenthesis and all the members of the Jedi Order, hopefully. Starting with Jedi Master Yaron Poof. Jedi Master Yaron Poof was seen on the Jedi Council in Star Wars Episode 1 and later appeared in the Clone Wars. Jedi Master Yaron Poof was from the planet of Lanik, and his species was coincidentally also called Lanik. He was a Lanik member of the Jedi Council, of course. Again, I repeated the same thing. And during the Clone Wars, he was a very respected Jedi general, holding a scar above his lost eye as a sort of metaphor for his battle strength and honor and basically how long he has fought. He was captured and brought into the Citadel prison, however was later rescued by Jedi Masters Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and several other members of the crew. He did, however, die during that mission, sort of giving the plans of the Separatists away to Ahsoka Tano to continue the Jedi Order. And now we're talking about the second member of the Order. The second Jedi on the list is Jedi Master Mundi, a very well-respected Syrian from the planet of Syria, who was basically a high-ranking member of the Jedi Council, a very respected war general fighting on both the second and the first battle of Geonosis, and also giving a lot of advice to new Jedi such as Anakin and being a wise Jedi Master. Unfortunately, he met his heroic death on the snowy planet of Megiddo, 19 BBY. Next up, we have Yaddle. Yaddle was a female of the same species as Master Yoda, the most well-known character, I should say, of the Jedi Masters from my point of view. However, Yoda's species was not confirmed as George Lucas believed that the mystery surrounding Yoda should be kept alive and never sort of gave an explanation as to what the species is and so on. However, Yaddle was another representative of Yoda's mysterious species, being a member of the Jedi Council in The Phantom Menace and a pretty well-respected Jedi Master. Next up, who do you think we've got? Parenthesis! Parenthesis! Yeah! So, now, getting the excitement out of the way, let's talk about Parenthesis. Parenthesis was quite a successful Jedi Master who was also, coincidentally, the apprentice of Yaddle. Yes, Yaddle taught him. Parenthesis was a Thespiasian from the planet Thespias. So, he met a tremendous but heroic death. It turned out that Sora Bulk, who was sort of a Jedi, was actually a secret agent of Count Dooku. When there was sort of a war on Coruscant, Parenthesis there was an attempt on his life by the Anzati assassins, who did turn out to be sent by Sora Bulk. However, the Jedi was very tired in fighting them, and although he succeeded in destroying them, it turned out that was nearly a distraction, as the Jedi was stabbed from behind by Sora Bulk himself, being one with the Force. Ivkov was a Jedi Master from Episode 1 The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. His species was Zabrak, which was also, coincidentally, the species of Darth Maul and other Jedi Master who looked similar to him, Agent Collar. Darth Maul, however, was a member of the Night Brother clan, which Ivkov was not. He was a good Jedi Master with good intentions, fighting on the Jedi side of the war. Ivkov, however, was originally supposed to be dead by after the Battle of Geonosis. He was supposed to, but Dave Filoni, the director of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, wanted to include the guy in his episode, and George Lucas agreed to give him the right to sort of include him like he's still alive, because we didn't really see his death. It's just that he was assumed dead. But now he appeared in the Clone Wars in Season 2, Episode 9, where he faced against General Grievous and was captured, however was later saved by Adi Gallia and Anakin Skywalker. Jedi Master Yaron Poof was a Quirmian from the planet of Quirmia. According to the Star Wars character encyclopedia, Yaron Poof actually liked to use mind tricks on his fellow Jedi Council members, which definitely shows that he was a naughty council member, because I don't think the Jedi Code allows that, but I like him for that. I mean, I don't know what kind of mind tricks, but it's an interesting concept. Somewhere in between the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, the Jedi Council discovered that General Ashar Korda of the Anudat Radical had in his possession a very powerful sort of weapon, a very powerful idol that had a lot of power and could destroy the entire of Coruscant in these wrong hands. So Yaron Poof was sent to sort of to end the conflict and prevent this disaster. And however, Yaron Poof was fighting heroically. He was, however, stabbed, I think, by Ashar Korda himself, although I don't remember correctly, I think. But he was killed. However, in his last moments, after General Ashar Korda was destroyed, he deactivated the weapon and saved Coruscant, however, at the cost of his own life. Jedi Master Plo Koon was a Keldor from the planet of Dorin. Although he didn't have a single line in the movies, well, actually, there were a lot of people who didn't have a single line in the movies. He was also always silent in the movies. He was always just like touching his chin in the mask and like But however, in the Clone Wars, James Arnold Taylor, who voiced Obi-Wan and many other characters in the TV show, also voiced him, and they gave a lot of lines and a lot of basically he did a lot of stuff in the Clone Wars. He was much more popular by the Clone Wars than he was from the movies. And, of course, Jedi Master Plo Koon is the master who discovered young Ahsoka Tano, who would later become Anakin Skywalker's apprentice. And, well, he was basically a very wise Jedi Master who eventually, however, unfortunately died when on Cato Neimoidia when Order 66 was given to his clones and he was fired upon from behind, exploding his Jedi starfighter into one of the nearby buildings. Plo Koon's species, the Keldor, were basically couldn't adapt to Coruscant's atmosphere, and what basically this is a really interesting thing because Why is Plo Koon wearing this mask on his eyes and his mouth? Well, because he can't breathe this in this atmosphere, this air, so he has to wear the mask to sort of survive in this environment. Jedi Master Adigalia is a Tholofian from Coruscant. She is basically one of the Jedi Masters on the Jedi Council in episode 2 and 1. However, what basically is interesting about her is that she had two versions of her death. Originally, she died in one of the Star Wars comics when she was struck down by General Grievous. However, this was later sort of unconfirmed when Adigalia appeared in the Star Wars The Clone Wars series, where she was killed instead by Savage Opress, who was the sort of apprentice of Darth Maul. And I don't know, I like the Grievous version more. While and I consider that one canon. However, if you want to know what is like official, it's the Savage Opress death, and she's a very interesting character. And she also is she has a relative, Stas Ali, who appeared in Revenge of the Sith.